Hello, and welcome back to Tribal News. Today's special broadcast is coming from Western Africa, Niger. Today, we'll be looking through the well-being factors and why the HDI, Human Development Index, is fairly low compared to countries like Australia. We are joined here today with our fellow Tribal News interviewer, Jackson, giving us a first-hand look into Niger's people, economy, landscape, and politics. Hello. Today I'm joined here by two fellow English-speaking people of Niger, Chinese and Jerry. How would you guys describe the geographical location, climate, and political structure of Niger?
Well, as you can see, it's a hot place. You know, it's a lot of sun. It's rough, all of the sand. If you look behind me right here, zoom in on that. But you learn to deal with it. You know, my father at a young age worked in the sand mines. It was rough business. You had to start from an early age, to provide for your family, and you're out here to survive. That's all you think about: food, your family. Yeah.
Yes. For the viewers at home, know this. It is basically summertime all year round in Niger, with months of May to March, ranging from mid-20s to high 40s. Even sandstorms occur. Following that, there's minimal rain from June to September.
Yes, brother, the life is hard work, but we're used to it now.
We can say, judging Niger's history, that its political instability can be a product of its separation from France in the 1960s. Could you address your political situation right now, and how would you say this country is run?
I hate the government. We get no help or support. Mahamadou is a Shiner. People are lucky that they did not have him as president outside of this country.
Could you tell us about what he has done to Niger?
Exactly what has that done?
I've heard that recently he started a battle to stabilize the economy and turn Niger into a more democratic nation.
We shall see about that. But right now, I see no change.
Moving on to the GDP of Niger, they only have 12.91 billion USD compared to Australia's 1.397 trillion USD. How do you think things like wealth, housing, education, environment, and occupation play a role in the low rating?
Well,
Voodoo! Shut the fuck up!
the last time I checked, our country's health rating was about 9 out of 100. And I don't know about you, but that's terrible. We need to take small steps, I guess, but our yearly salaries are only 600 compared to other countries. That's barely nothing. So, hopefully in the future something happens. I hope Muhammadu can do something, I guess.
Yes, the environment is a lot of violence. My country was rated one of the highest in the world, and that's a problem. People mostly live in tents in more rural areas as we cannot afford houses.
We're going to cut it here for the interview, and my co-hosts back at the studio will be interviewing experts Dr. Pierre and Dr. Wu. Back to you. Hey guys, welcome back to the studio at Tribal News. In Niger, there are certainly still problems that will take time to address, but is there anything that can be done to combat this situation? We're joined here today with Niger expert Dr. Pierre and Dr. Wu.
Thank you for having me. I just met Dr. Wu backstage, a great man, and sure we can answer some of these questions. It first directly starts with the government officials where they need a level of transparency within their own society. President Mahamadou needs to work closer with their local defense systems, cracking down on crime rates slowly but surely. But that is the inevitable task they need to achieve right now. But it's going to be hard. Extensive government backing which is needed, but it's hard for them, especially Africa, because every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. But it's fine. They can improve on this with their extensive uranium mines, which is one of the largest in the world, making them a lot of money. And yeah, this is definitely a good start to the future, and I'm sure they can sort something out.
Another key death cause is infectious diseases. Recorded in 2019, about 68.91% of the country's yearly deaths were caused by infectious diseases. I'm asking Dr. Rui why this is the case.
Hygiene is something that I've been stressing about for a long time now, due to the fact that it is the number one way of preventing these issues. But in Niger, the most potent diseases are malaria and the yellow fever. These are caused by the transmissions of mosquitoes. This is hard to deal with due to the hot temperatures of Niger, but some preventions include insect repellents, sleeping indoors and with good ventilation, and wearing long sleeves and shorts. Fortunately, our team is grateful for the number of COVID-19 cases of only 5,228 cases, with over 93% recovered. The government has done a great job in that area, and I hope that this is a sign for Niger's development.
Well, that's great to hear. How is this situation different compared to
Well,
Australia?
Australia has actually done a great job in combating COVID-19, as well as Niger. But Australia does not deal with malaria or yellow fever. The main diseases spread are actually the common flu, which has been dealt greatly due to the awareness of COVID-19, but in second most spread is actually chlamydia. So please practice safe sex and wear protection to negate the unwanted pregnancies and sexually transmitted disease.
Thank you, Dr. Rui. Dr. Pierre, could you tell us about Niger's low well-being ranks and what are they caused by?
Bro, this is boring as sure. Oh, what? Back to.
What are you doing?
No, 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 no. This was just water. Uh, anyways, well, the HGI ranks tie into the well-being of country. Nigeria suffers snowball effects where only two-thirds of the nation live below poverty lines, making less than $1 a day. Niger's low HGI results directly from healthcare, meager economy, lack centralized, nationalized infrastructure with some causes for well-being.
Okay. What are the consequences of that?
Oh, no access to healthcare, deterioration of mental health, and with child marriages, which leads to overpopulation. And less education for society.
Well, that's it for today's segment of Tribal News. Thank you, Dr. Wu and Dr. Pierre, and goodbye.